Part 1, Chapter 6 of Never Let Me Go is really pivotal in the relationship between Kathy and Ruth. It seems that Kathy is trying to win over Ruth's favor. Um, she admits to her that she thinks that she has a special place in Miss Geraldine's heart. She backs her up with the pencil pouch. So it's interesting with the idea of this pencil pouch and what that means for the rest of the story. Um, Another thing we learn about this chapter is Kathy receives, or she trades in for a cassette tape. Um, Now, a cassette was something that people used to listen to music. I'm sure your parents might have some. Um, but the cassette she gets is, I linked the song here, Never Let Me Go by Judy Bridgewater in her album Songs After Dark. Is the book based on that song? I don't know. You can kind of speculate there. Um, but as Kathy sings this song, there's a moment where she's in her room and she has a towel in her hands, pretending that she has a baby. And she's rocking the baby and singing, "Baby, baby, never let me go." As she's singing this and dancing around her room, Madam is watching her. Um, and it frightens Kathy, but she was crying as she watched her. She's sobbing, and we don't really understand why. But by the end of the chapter, as she's talking to Tommy later in life, he says, she was probably crying because she knew that none of us could have babies. So this is something we did not know before. I'm just going to add here. We don't know why they can't have children, but this is a really interesting moment in the book because this is where we start to see the science fiction come out a little bit. Miss Lucy also appears in this chapter. Well, speaking as with Tommy and that whole relationship going on, they're not allowed to smoke, and we don't know why. So that's why Kathy hides this album. She doesn't want anyone to think it's influencing her to smoke. But Miss Lucy admits it's not good that I smoked. It wasn't good for me, so I stopped. But what you must understand is that for all of you, it's much worse for you to smoke. So they can't have babies. Students can't smoke, so we don't really understand what's going on at this point. Another thing that appears in this chapter is the students see these images of Norfolk, England. They call it the lost corner of England and say that all of their items that they can't find appear here. Now, at this point, Norfolk is more of a nostalgic symbol. It's something that they can't have and they want. So kind of in a way, we can relate this to Ruth. Ruth wants favor. She wants people to like her. These kids grow up in Hailsham and they never leave Hailsham. So Norfolk is just this distant place that they wish they could go to. We talked about motifs a little bit with To Kill a Mockingbird, but a motif is an image, sound, action, or other figure that has some sort of symbolic significance that contributes to the theme. So I put in here the pencil pouch and the cassette, kind of acting as these motifs. We hear about the pencil pouch so much in chapter 5 and 6, and the cassette, or we'll maybe say Never Let Me Go song. That appears is sort of interesting. It's symbolic in a way. And I want you to start thinking about how that kind of contributes to the theme of the novel and what's going on for these students. What developments do you see? How is it becoming more science fiction like?